Can you imagine a workplace where every decision radiates wisdom, every challenge is met with courage, and every team member feels empowered to excel? Welcome to Advanced Quality Programs. I am Juan Navarro, and today we are diving into the King Archetype. Throughout history, certain leadership patterns have emerged again and again across cultures, industries, eras. The King Archetype stands out as the embodiment of mature leadership with strong but yet compassionate, decisive yet humble characteristics. In my 2 decades in management, I have seen firsthand the difference this kind of leadership can make. Once, I worked alongside a plant manager who inherited a team that was plagued by low morale and chronic quality issues. Instead of cracking down or blaming others, he spent his first few months simply listening to everyone, walking the floor, asking questions, and learning from every person, regardless of their ranks. That patient, let's call it servant-minded approach, didn't just fix few problems. It sparked a cultural shift where people started taking pride in their work. Quality metrics improved. Most importantly, the team began to trust each other and their leader. This is the King Archetype in action, leading with integrity, vision, and service. In business management, this isn't a luxury, it is a mandatory necessity. There are 4 pillars of a king level leadership. Let's break them down to know what actually means to lead like a king in the world of business and industry today. 1. Wisdom. Wisdom through experience. Great leaders aren't born, regardless of whatever people say. They are forged through their challenges. The King Archetype is about earning respect by getting our hands dirty, understanding every layer of our system, and learning from failure as well as from success. The best business leaders, the ones that I know that have spent time on the front lines, troubleshooting issues with their teams and listening the people, they are the ones that are closest to the work. And this behave really as a true leader. Then is the service over the self. True authority isn't about power, it's about responsibility. And the King Archetype normally asks, how can I serve my team and my organization? First, in practice, this means removing obstacles and advocating for resources. This means making decisions that will benefit the whole and not just their own reputation. Sometimes it is making the hard decision so that everybody survives. When leaders put service first, teams respond with trust and commitment. Then you have the 3rd pillar, that is the emotional intelligence and the psychological safety. A king creates an environment where people feel safe to speak up, to admit mistakes, and to suggest improvements. This is the foundation of continuous improvement. If your team fears blame or ridicule, you'll never hear about problems until it is too late. Emotional intelligence, listening, emphasizing, and responding truthfully turns your workplace into a space where real quality thrives. And the 4th pillar is the vision beyond the immediate. Kings think in terms of legacy, not just quick wins. In quality, this means investing in training, preventive measures, and long-term solutions, even when they are inconvenient for some people or costly in the short run. It is all about building systems that outlast sometimes your leadership, empowering others to lead in turn. There are some burdens and rewards of the king leadership. Let's be honest. True leadership is really demanding. The King Archetype isn't about comfort. It's about carrying the weight others cannot or won't carry. Sometimes that means making unpopular decisions, standing up for quality when others want to cut corners, or sacrificing long-term or short-term gains for lasting value. I'll never forget a quality director I worked with who halted a major project after discussing and discovering a critical flaw on their specifications. The pressure to push forward was immense, but he put priority and integrity over the expedience. The result was the short pain was there, absolutely, but long term trust from the customers and the reputation for excellence that the team got paid dividends for years because they knew they could trust his criteria. This is the paradox of the king level leaderships. The burdens are heavy, but the rewards are profound. You just don't fix problems, you inspire greatness. You don't just manage. People follow you because you are building their legacy with you. Practical steps to embody the king archetype could be the following. You can put this into practice. There's 3 steps you can actually take this week to start embodying this king archetype, and these are the quality leadership in practice. First, practice stewardship in every decision. Before making a call, big or small, ask yourself, how does this serve the greater good? Consider long-term impact, not just the fast, not just the intermediate outcome. When you choose vendors, implement new process, or approve changes, think about how each decision that you are making shapes your team culture and your organization for the future. The second step is to create psychological safety. Schedule one-on-one check-ins with your team. Ask what's getting in the way of your best work. Listen without judgment and commit to removing at least one obstacle they mention. The next time someone brings up a problem, resist the urge to solve it immediately. Instead, ask, what do you think is best to do? What is the best solution to that problem? Empower your people to own their process. Now, develop your emotional intelligence. That's the third pillar or the third step. Start noticing emotional climate in your team meetings. Are people open or guarded? Do they share ideas or hold back? Practice, practice active listening with them. Reflect back what you heard and validate their experiences. Celebrate not just the success, but the lessons learned from their failures. Remember, a king strength is making others feel and seem valued. So your quality kingdom awaits. Remember, the king archetype isn't about a job title or the size of your team. It's about how you use your influence, no matter how big or small, to serve, inspire, and elevate those around you. Every great quality system, every breakthrough in performance, it all starts with one person deciding to lead differently. And that person can be you. So as you go about your week, ask yourself, how am I building my kingdom? Are you living legacy or excellence? Service? Wisdom? Or are you just getting by? Your quality kingdom is waiting, and the question is, are you ready to claim the throne? Thanks for joining me on Advanced Quality Programs. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your own story of the king-size level leadership. Moments when you chose service, wisdom, long-term thinking over the easy path. Share your thoughts in the comments or connect with our community. Perhaps we can explore the warrior archetype the next week and how courage and resilience can drive quality forward. Don't forget to rate my books, Life Quality Projects, The Principles of Quality, and don't forget to pre-order the Quality Mindset. Till then, keep striving for excellence, and remember, true leadership isn't about the crown you wear. but the kingdom you are building step by step. See you next week.